Exploring new destinations is fun, but some places on Earth are far more terrifying than you'd expect. Get ready to discover the top 20 most dangerous tourist attractions in the world where adventure meets fear. Number 20. Devil's Pool, Zambia. Nestled on the edge of Victoria Falls, Devil's Pool is a natural infinity pool that offers a breathtaking yet terrifying view of one of the world's largest waterfalls. With a drop of over 350 feet, thrill seekers swim right up to the edge, held back only by a small rock lip. The danger is evident. One misstep or slip can send you plummeting down the roaring falls. While the guides emphasize safety, accidents have occurred. Tragically, in 2009, a tourist guide slipped while saving a visitor and was swept over the edge to his death. This heart-stopping location attracts thousands of daredevils, but its unpredictable currents and slippery rocks make it one of the world's most dangerous tourist attractions. Even with the promise of an exhilarating experience, visitors must weigh the risks before diving in literally. One wrong move, and it could be the last swim of your life. Number 19. Pulpit Rock, Norway. Pulpit Rock, or Preikstalen, is a stunning cliff that rises 1,982 feet above the Lysefjord in Norway. Offering breathtaking panoramic views, it's a popular hiking destination for adventure seekers. However, this natural wonder is as dangerous as it is beautiful. The cliff has no safety railings or barriers, leaving visitors perilously close to the edge, where one wrong step could result in a fatal fall. The 6-hour hike to the summit is challenging, with steep inclines and uneven terrain. Weather conditions can change rapidly, making the trek slippery and hazardous. Over the years, there have been multiple fatal accidents due to falls, and authorities have recorded several close calls. Despite its allure, Pulpit Rock demands respect. The risk of a deadly fall is ever present, and even experienced hikers must remain vigilant. It's a place where the thrill of nature's beauty collides with the stark reality of its dangers. Number 18. Death Road, Bolivia. Bolivia's Death Road, officially known as Yunga's Road, has earned its notorious reputation as one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Stretching 40 miles from La Paz to Coroico, this narrow, winding road clings to the side of steep cliffs, with sheer drops of up to 2,000 feet. With no guardrails, crumbling edges, and frequent landslides, the road is a death trap for the unwary. The combination of fog, rain, and poor visibility makes navigating this treacherous path even more perilous. Tragically, it's estimated that hundreds of people died annually on this road, with buses and cars plunging off the cliffs. In one horrific accident in 1983, a bus carrying over 100 passengers tumbled into the abyss. Today, thrill-seeking cyclists flock to Death Road, drawn by its deadly history and the adrenaline rush. However, it remains a place where danger lurks at every turn, and a single mistake could be fatal. Number 17. Ordovician Theme Park, China. Ordovician Theme Park in China is famous for offering some of the world's most nerve-wracking attractions, but it's not for the faint of heart. Perched high in the mountains of Chongqing, the park features an array of dizzying experiences, including glass-bottom bridges, suspended walkways, and a terrifying cliff swing that sends riders over a sheer drop of 1,000 feet. What makes this park truly dangerous is not just the heights, but the lack of safety precautions that some thrill seekers overlook. Accidents have occurred, with one of the most shocking incidents in 2019 when a man fell while attempting to cross the extreme skywalk without proper harnessing. He miraculously survived, but the incident highlighted the park's life-threatening risks. While the views are spectacular and the adrenaline rush is undeniable, the park's attractions test the limits of human fear and safety. Visitors need to tread carefully, as one miscalculation could lead to disaster. Number 16. Trift Bridge, Switzerland. Trift Bridge, one of the longest and highest pedestrian suspension bridges in the Alps, spans a spectacular 558 feet across the Swiss Trift Glacier. At a dizzying height of 328 feet, crossing the bridge offers breathtaking views of the glacier and the surrounding mountains, but it's also a harrowing experience for those unprepared for its swaying motion and narrow path. The bridge's remote location requires a challenging hike to reach it, and once there, the weather can quickly turn dangerous. Strong winds frequently buffet the structure, causing it to shake alarmingly. While it's maintained for safety, even the sturdiest hikers have been caught off guard by sudden gusts or icy conditions that make the wooden planks slippery. In this exposed, high-altitude environment, the risk of a fall is real, and several close calls have been reported. For visitors, the thrill of crossing Trift Bridge comes with a genuine sense of peril. Number 15. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is often described as one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, and for good reason. Situated at 410 feet below sea level, this otherworldly landscape is a bubbling cauldron of volcanic craters, acid pools, and toxic gas emissions. Temperatures regularly soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest places on the planet. The combination of extreme heat, treacherous terrain, and deadly gases makes the Danakil Depression incredibly dangerous for tourists. The colorful geothermal fields, while stunning, are full of boiling acid lakes and sulfuric vents. One misstep could lead to severe burns or worse. Despite its dangers, the region attracts intrepid travelers, fascinated by its alien-like beauty. However, the area's extreme environment has led to tragic accidents, including dehydration fatalities and gas inhalation injuries. Visitors are advised to take extreme precautions, but even with preparation, this land of fire and heat remains a perilous destination. Number 14. Mount Huashan, China. Mount Huashan in China is infamous for having one of the most dangerous hiking trails in the world. This sacred mountain, located near the city of Shan, features vertigo-inducing paths, including the notorious plank walk, where hikers traverse narrow wooden planks bolted to the side of a sheer cliff over 7,000 feet above the ground. With minimal safety gear and often no guardrails, one wrong move on this perilous trail can lead to a fatal plunge. The trail is not for the faint-hearted, and even the most experienced climbers have found themselves gripped with fear. Tragically, several accidents and deaths have occurred over the years, as visitors underestimated the difficulty and danger of the hike. Despite the risks, thrill seekers are drawn to Mount Huashan for its breathtaking views and spiritual significance. But for many, the nerve-wracking walk along its cliffs is an experience that pushes the limits of human bravery and survival. Number 13. Half Dome, Yosemite National Park, California. Half Dome in Yosemite National Park is an iconic granite peak that challenges adventurers with its steep ascent and breathtaking views. Standing 4,737 feet tall, the final section of the hike is a daunting climb up vertical rock faces, aided only by metal cables bolted into the rock. It's an adrenaline-pumping experience, but also one fraught with danger. The trail to Half Dome is grueling, and the cable section becomes slippery and treacherous, especially in bad weather. Lightning strikes, sudden storms, and strong winds can turn the climb deadly. Tragically, over a dozen fatalities have been recorded, with hikers losing their grip and falling. In one case in 2011, a woman slipped during a rainstorm and fell to her death. Despite its risks, Half Dome remains a bucket list hike for many, but it's a challenge where one must respect both nature's power and the limits of personal endurance. Number 12. Trolltunga, Norway. Trolltunga, or Troll's Tongue, is one of Norway's most spectacular and dangerous natural landmarks. This narrow, jutting rock formation hangs 2,300 feet above Lake Ringedalsvatnet, offering breathtaking views that attract thousands of hikers. However, the trek to Trolltunga is long and perilous, spanning over 17 miles of steep, rugged terrain that can take up to 12 hours to complete. The dangers extend beyond the hike itself. Once at the edge of Trolltunga, tourists often take risky selfies and venture too close to the edge of the sheer cliff. There are no barriers or safety rails, and a single misstep could result in a fatal fall. Tragically, in 2015, a young Australian woman lost her life after slipping from the edge. While Trolltunga's beauty is undeniable, the combination of its challenging hike, unpredictable weather, and the deadly drop make it one of the most dangerous tourist attractions in the world. Number 11. Death Valley, California. Death Valley, California holds the title of the hottest place on Earth, with temperatures soaring as high as 134 degrees Fahrenheit. This vast desert landscape is both breathtaking and deadly, attracting adventurous tourists who want to experience its extremes. However, the intense heat poses serious risks. Dehydration, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke are constant threats, even for well-prepared visitors. Despite warnings, several tragic incidents have occurred. In 2021, a hiker was found dead after attempting a solo trek in the sweltering heat. The unforgiving climate, lack of shade, and sparse water sources can turn a simple hike into a life-threatening situation. The valley's remoteness also means help can be hours away. Death Valley's allure lies in its surreal beauty, but it demands respect. The scorching temperatures, treacherous terrain, and isolation make it a hazardous destination where the line between adventure and disaster can blur quickly. Number 10. Mont Blanc Mountain. Mont Blanc, the highest peak in Western Europe at 15,774 feet, is a dream destination for mountaineers. Straddling the border of France and Italy, this majestic mountain offers stunning alpine scenery but is notoriously dangerous. The climb to its summit is fraught with risks, including avalanches, sudden weather changes, and treacherous ice falls. The unpredictable conditions and steep, icy slopes have claimed many lives. Mont Blanc is sometimes called the deadliest mountain in Europe, with hundreds of fatalities recorded over the years. In one of the most tragic incidents, a deadly avalanche swept through a group of climbers in 2012, killing 9. Even experienced climbers can fall victim to Mont Blanc's harsh conditions, and many have been caught off guard by rapid storms or loose rock. While the mountain's allure is undeniable, its unpredictable and often deadly nature makes it a perilous destination for adventurers. Number 9. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. The Cliffs of Moher, rising dramatically 700 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, are one of Ireland's most famous natural landmarks. While their rugged beauty attracts over 1 million visitors each year, they are also one of the most dangerous tourist attractions in the country. Strong winds, slippery paths, and the lack of barriers in some sections make the cliffs a perilous spot. Visitors often venture too close to the edge for that perfect photo, unaware of how quickly a gust of wind can turn a scenic moment into a tragedy. Over the years, there have been numerous fatal accidents, as well as suicides at the cliffs. In 2010, a young woman tragically fell to her death after slipping near the edge. Despite these risks, the Cliffs of Moher remain a must-see destination, but it's vital for visitors to respect the dangers and keep a safe distance from the sheer drop. Number 8. Mount Everest. Mount Everest, standing at 29,032 feet, is the tallest mountain in the world and a coveted prize for climbers. However, it is also one of the most dangerous tourist attractions on Earth. The perilous ascent is fraught with extreme cold, avalanches, and the infamous death zone above 26,000 feet, where the air is too thin for human survival without supplemental oxygen. Climbers face a constant risk of altitude sickness, frostbite, and exhaustion. Despite the allure of conquering Everest, more than 300 people have lost their lives attempting the climb. Many bodies remain on the mountain, frozen in place due to the treacherous conditions. In 1996, one of the deadliest seasons, 8 climbers perished in a single storm. Today, overcrowding, unpredictable weather, and the sheer physical demands make Everest as deadly as ever. For those brave enough to attempt the summit, the price of glory can be tragically high. Number 7. Oymyakon, Russia. Oymyakon, Russia, holds the record for being the coldest inhabited place on Earth, with temperatures plunging as low as -90°F. This remote Siberian village attracts adventurous travelers curious about life in extreme cold, but visiting Oymyakon is far from a simple winter getaway. It's a harsh, potentially deadly experience. The intense cold can freeze skin in seconds, leading to frostbite or hypothermia. Cars must be kept running to avoid freezing, and even basic activities like breathing can be difficult in the frigid air. In addition to the deadly cold, the village's isolation poses risks. Medical help and rescue are hours, if not days, away. Despite the extreme conditions, Oymyakon's resilient residents have adapted to the freezing environment, but for tourists, the brutal cold can be overwhelming and dangerous. Surviving Oymyakon requires extreme preparation, and even then, it's a place where nature's unforgiving cold can turn deadly in an instant. Number 6. El Caminito del Rey, Spain. El Caminito del Rey, once dubbed the world's most dangerous walkway, is a narrow path clinging to the cliffs above the Gitans Gorge in southern Spain. Originally built for workers in the early 1900s, this precarious walkway is only 3 feet wide and hangs over 300 feet above the river below. Over time, the pathway deteriorated, with sections crumbling and leaving gaps that dared adventurers to risk their lives. The trail's deadly reputation was cemented by several tragic accidents in the early 2000s, leading to its closure after 5 climbers fell to their deaths. Despite this, thrill seekers continued to brave the decaying path until a massive restoration project in 2015. While safety measures have improved, including new walkways and handrails, El Caminito del Rey still offers a heart-pounding experience. For those brave enough to cross it, the path combines stunning scenery with the lingering echoes of its dangerous past. Number 5. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, Ukraine. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone in Ukraine is a haunting reminder of one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. In 1986, Reactor 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, releasing massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. Today, the 1,000 square mile exclusion zone remains dangerously contaminated, yet it draws adventurous tourists curious about the haunting, abandoned towns frozen in time. Radiation levels in the zone vary, and while short visits are generally considered safe, prolonged exposure can be harmful. Some areas are still highly radioactive, and visitors are warned to follow strict safety protocols. The risks are real. Radiation sickness, long-term health effects, and contamination are all potential dangers. The tragic legacy of Chernobyl, where thousands of lives were affected, looms large. While the zone offers a unique glimpse into a post-apocalyptic world, it serves as a sobering reminder of the deadly power of nuclear energy gone wrong. Number 4. Cage diving with great white sharks, South Africa. Cage diving with great white sharks off the coast of South Africa is one of the most thrilling and dangerous tourist activities in the world. In areas like Gansbaai, known as the Great White Shark Capital, tourists enter metal cages submerged in shark-infested waters to come face-to-face with these fearsome predators. Though the cage provides protection, the experience is far from risk-free. Great whites, which can reach up to 20 feet in length, are known for their powerful bites and unpredictable behavior. There have been incidents where sharks have rammed or even breached the cages, creating moments of sheer panic. In 2016, a great white managed to get inside a cage, narrowly missing the diver inside. While the adrenaline rush is undeniable, the activity comes with significant risks. Miscalculations or equipment failure can turn a breathtaking encounter into a deadly situation, making this adventure one for true thrill seekers. Number 3. New Smyrna Beach, Florida. New Smyrna Beach in Florida is a beautiful coastal destination, but it's also known as the shark attack capital of the world. Located on the state's Atlantic coast, this beach consistently records more shark bites per year than anywhere else on the planet. Most encounters involve bull sharks and blacktip sharks, drawn close to shore by schools of fish and the area's warm waters. While attacks are typically non-fatal, swimmers, surfers, and even waders are at risk of being bitten, often without warning. In 2021 alone, the beach recorded 16 shark attacks, underscoring the danger beneath the surface. The high concentration of sharks, combined with the large number of tourists in the water, increases the likelihood of encounters. While New Smyrna Beach remains a popular spot for sunseekers and surfers, visitors are reminded that sharing the ocean with these predators comes with real risks. Number 2. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. Madidi National Park in Bolivia is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, but it's also one of the most dangerous. Located in the Amazon rainforest, the park is home to an incredible array of wildlife, including jaguars, venomous snakes, and aggressive insects. However, the real dangers lie in the flora and fauna that seem harmless at first glance. Many of the plants are toxic, causing severe allergic reactions or poisoning if touched or consumed. The waters harbor parasitic creatures, and even a small scratch can lead to deadly infections in the humid jungle. Insects like sandflies and mosquitoes carry diseases such as malaria and leishmaniasis, adding to the risks. Visitors to Madidi must navigate the unpredictable and treacherous environment with caution. Despite its beauty, this wild paradise can turn deadly quickly for those who aren't prepared for its hidden dangers. Number 1. Fraser Island, Australia. Fraser Island, the world's largest sand island, is a stunning destination off Australia's east coast, but it's also fraught with danger. The island is home to a range of hazardous wildlife, including venomous snakes, large spiders, and the island's notorious dingoes. While dingoes may look like wild dogs, they can be aggressive and have attacked humans in the past, sometimes fatally. The island's waters also pose significant risks. Strong Uripi currents and jellyfish, like the deadly Irukandji, make swimming hazardous. Sharks frequently patrol the surrounding waters, adding to the danger. On land, the soft, sandy terrain can cause vehicles to flip or get stuck, and isolated areas mean help can be hours away. Despite its beauty, Fraser Island demands respect from visitors. Whether it's the unpredictable wildlife or treacherous environment, those unprepared for the island's hidden dangers may find themselves in serious trouble. Which of these attractions did you find the most terrifying? Would you dare to visit any of them? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts below. See you next time.